You know, we've been reporting time and time again about the high level of waste involving the federal government, but a new report says by the time President Joe Biden leaves office, his administration will be losing over $7,000 a second on improper payments, the highest ever by a sitting president, with the national debt, as we all know, at around $35 trillion and still going up. Joining us live to discuss is Rachel O'Brien, the Deputy Public Policy Editor at OpenTheBooks.com. Good morning, Rachel. Thanks for joining us. And we're looking at the numbers. You and I were just talking about this with these current trends that the Biden administration will have over $1 trillion in improper payments by the time Joe Biden leaves office. And you said $500,000 a minute just going out the window. First, explain to our audience, what exactly is an improper payment?
Yeah, Angela, so improper payments are made by the government to the federal government, to the wrong person, or in the wrong amount, or for the wrong reason. So improper payments are sometimes fraud, but in many cases, it's just mistakes by the government. It can be due to an agency having wrong information, or they couldn't access information they needed, sometimes because the law wasn't followed, or because states didn't provide information needed. So $235 billion in the last fiscal year went to improper payments. That's more than the entire budget of every state except for California. And as you said, it's almost $500,000 per minute. By the time Joe Biden leaves office, it will have added up to $1 trillion.
Are there more, what programs contribute the most when it comes to these improper payments?
Yeah, Medicare and Medicaid account for nearly $102 billion worth of improper payments last year. That's about 43% of improper payments from these two huge programs. So dead people are receiving money still, people who have died, who have not updated whichever benefits office they're receiving money from. They received $300 million last year. Another $171 million was paid to prisoners. The IRS actually threw $25 billion in the trash by giving erroneous tax credits to people who didn't deserve them. Some of these payments do get recovered, but last year only a third have been recovered. The rest are gone. And there's likely many more financial errors that we don't know. The Government Accountability Office says that Congress hasn't given all the federal programs the authority to estimate their improper payments. And there's also undetected, what they call sophisticated fraud schemes that are not included in these estimates.
Well, this isn't just a Joe Biden problem. Republican administrations have also had this issue. But how does President Biden's administration kind of stack up to other administrations?
Absolutely. We see improper payments every year. But the payments during the Biden administration have outpaced every other president. So far during Biden's administration, agencies have wasted 34% more on improper payments than Trump did during his first 3 years in office, even adjusted for inflation. So Donald Trump's 4 years saw $200 billion less in improper payments. So, President Biden's administration, those payments were as high as $281 billion in 2021. They've been going down every year. That's still incredibly high. We're still at this $235 billion, and it's still going to be a historic $1 trillion by the end of Biden's term. And so both parties admit this is a problem. There is a bipartisan group of House members who have introduced a bill called the Improper Payments Transparency Act that would require Congress to identify trends in payment errors and propose a plan to fix them. There's another bill also that would require agencies to give more detailed and timely reports on their spending so they could get some of this under control.
All right, Rachel O'Brien, thank you so much. OpenTheBooks.com, Deputy Public Policy Editor. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Angela.